Time for an update on our grain trade. Let's dive in here with both feet, and we'll start with the corn market and our quotes provided by Bar Chart. On the corn trade, on that March contract so far, we are starting to ease up off of those earlier lows this morning. The March is now down 2 cents at 581.5. So it's a couple of pennies off of that earlier low. Now in our soybean trade, we currently have the January down 7 at 1254.5. That is about a nickel off of its earlier low, so keep that in mind. March now 3.5 lower at 1263. Same story there. It's off its earlier low here by about 6 cents or so, but it's still a long ways from its overnight high, about 12 cents off of that. Well, let's shift over to our wheat and see what's going on over there. So the March contract in Chicago is 3.5 cents lower at 802 3/4. There for a while it was under $8. It's climbed back above it again. In Kansas City, wheat marched down 1/4 cent at 822 1/4. And in Minneapolis spring wheat trade, the March contract now 2 1/4 higher at 1030, and that's off of its earlier low by 6.5 cents right now. Let's take a peek at that cotton market, and in that March contract, we're now 46 points lower at 106.55 cents per pound. Well, Ben Hushon is with the mill. He's in Whitehall, Maryland. He joins us each week at this time, and today is no different. Glad to have you on board here, Ben. I would imagine we're coming down toward the finish line on harvest activity around there, but you guys also sow a fair amount of wheat in that region, don't you?
Good morning, Marlin. Yes, we do. And you're right about coming down towards the finish line. You know, I've been talking for 2 months that we have pretty much not had any rain that really slowed things down, a tenth here, a tenth there. I had quite a few people this week tell me they had finished up double crop beans or some of their last of their corn. So I was talking briefly yesterday with one of your long-time market day report fans, Ed Bottom, and I said, I'm not sure what to report on. And then started looking at how good this wheat crop looks in our community. So we're really looking forward to managing that this fall and winter.
So can you tell from your perspective if the wheat acreage is pretty steady with last year or if it has changed very much?
So there's areas, you know, I talk to other seed dealers in our area because that's a good way to get an indication. And when we talk to folks down on the eastern shore of Maryland, so the lower half of the shore, they say acres are flat. When you come up, get up towards the Maryland-Pennsylvania line, on up into Pennsylvania, we would all pretty much say that wheat acres are up based on seed sales. And why not, Marlin? It was a wide open harvest this fall, so things were running pretty well, weren't getting many weather interruptions. That meant they could harvest. That meant they could plant. And then you do the math, price on wheat high $8. Right now it's penciling out as the most profitable crop they can have for 2022.
So, Ben, I don't know if you want to answer this or not, but in your part of the country, are you able to get the fertilizer you're going to need for in the spring?
Yes, I have confidence in our phosphorus and potash. The one I'm most concerned about is liquid nitrogen. You know, I believe I'm an optimist, and I say optimistically there's a long time between now and March when Maryland allows us to start applying fertilizer to get this figured out. I'm not sure how we're going to figure it out, but there's lots of things can change in 3 months.
That is very true. Well put. Okay, we'll leave it right there. Ben, thanks for talking with us. Always a treat to hear from what's going on in the Mid-Atlantic region. Ben Hushon. He's with the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. We'll be back in a moment. We'll take a look at livestock trade right after this.